Sometime during the last video, we reached wizard kill number 2000. That was while I had about 3 days worth of playtime on the account. Right now, I have 3 days and 5, probably closer to 6 hours. And we're already at almost 2600 kills. But this isn't even as fast as it gets. With my plans for today, our speed should go up even more. This is ChunkWizard. He wants to explore the entire map of RuneScape, but what he doesn't know is that the map is divided up into chunks, and he needs to do every task within a chunk before he's allowed to move on to the next one. So come with me as ChunkWizard explores RuneScape one chunk at a time. I also need to remember to use my prayer, because it makes me waste less runes, and it's really not that big a deal to just flick this on and off as I'm killing these demons, so I definitely should be doing that. As you can see, my hits are significantly better with the prayer on. Whoa, I just got a clue scroll, a beginner clue scroll. I knew that this was possible to drop from chickens, but I was sure that after the changes with clue scroll boxes, they wouldn't drop it until I did the X marks the spot quest. There is like a tiny chance that I can complete this and that this could give me an air staff. Beginner clue scrolls can reward an air staff. And there is actually one step that I can do. It's an anagram clue. It's the only clue that I can do. There's also one upstairs that requires a spade to do, which obviously I can't. And beginner clues can actually be a single step long. This could be huge. It's Ports a Rim. I can't do this one. I mean, the odds of being the thing that I could do are super slim. I will probably get a couple more shots at this, which would be nice. To do a little bit of math, just for the fun of it at this point, a beginner clue casket on average gets you 2 rewards. The elemental stars all have a chance of about 1 in 45 to be rolled as a reward for a beginner clue, meaning I get 2 rolls, so the odds of any given roll giving me either an air staff or a water staff would be about 1 in 22.5. I get 2 rolls, meaning that the odds of me rolling either inside of a casket on average would be about 1 in 11.25. So even if I got the insane luck of getting a beginner clue scroll that I could even complete, and that will reward me with a casket, the odds of that actually getting one of the staffs that I need is slim to none. That said though, it also has some chances to drop short bows, long bows, a steel longsword, even a steel dagger, a steel battle axe, or literally about any item from the black weapon and armor set. So the chances of a beginner clue scroll, if I could complete it, giving me at least something that is worthwhile, it's actually pretty high. Too bad it's never gonna happen though. This is just gonna drop me the rune mad health. Just the rarest item that I can get, it's just gonna drop it for me. Nothing. I'm going to bed. Oh, would you look at that? I found another beginner clue. There's still no way in hell. Yep, nope, can't do that one. We've actually come to an interesting moment for just exploration of RuneScape mechanics. We have learned that even in free-to-play worlds, and even when you're under the necessary level, you can cast Monster Inspect. Right now, I have just reached level 42, so I can finally legally cast Monster Inspect, but I'm still in a free-to-play world, so will it now actually prevent me from doing so? Nope, you can still very much cast this on a free-to-play world. That is super interesting. Well then, I just had my last random event of the day. I got a beekeeper, so that's a nice bit of experience for my magic. Means I can safely hop over back to a member's world as well. It technically is still also better to kill the lesser demon in a free-to-play world because it won't have a chance of dropping herbs. I don't know if the ability for it to drop herbs will interfere with its normal drop table though, or if it is just part of when the normal drop table rolls nothing, it also has a chance to roll herbs. So that might not actually make a difference, but it's something that I found on the wiki. I'm gonna go ahead and use Water Strike for this because I would really like to get 2 kills because I want that scimitar, man. The axe has been serving me real great over these past like 2 days of decimating the wizard population, but the scimitar would be even better, so I really, really want it. Rune matter. Oh, okay. Yeah. That is. Oh, okay. Let's freaking go, man. That's 2 chunk tasks back to back. It's both for the same item, but Rune Mad Helm, the most rare of the drops that I needed to get. 1 in 128. Only done 43 kills. I've actually had such insane RNG on these because the axe is about 1 in 32. I've gotten 2 of them within 43 kills, as well as a Rune Mad Helm. Still no scimitar though, which is the thing that I mostly wanted. I am just getting supremely lucky with these beginner clues, man. Of course though, it is a step that I cannot do. And that'll be level 50 attack. We've gotten to level 50 attack, just murdering every wizard in sight. That said, with level 50, I am obliterating their non-existent defense stats. So I really don't think anything higher is at all relevant at this point. So we're going to stick with aggressive strength XP for now. Just if anybody was curious why I'm not mentioning any woodcutting, it's because I can only use iron and bronze axes, and nothing here drops those. It's the steel set. Oh, okay, yes. Steel scimitar. Actually, this is the last kill for the day, for me anyway, because it's 11:40 p.m. and I was gonna head out after this anyway. But this is gonna be such an amazing upgrade for me to start flinching or killing wizards with tomorrow. I don't need to flinch anymore. It is better melee strength. It is better attack speed. It is better slashing bonus. It is literally better in every single way compared to the steel axe. It doesn't instantly get me a max hit, but I think my next max hit, instead of being level 58 or something like that, is going to be level 54 or 55 now, which is actually attainable. Actually, when I switch over to the aggressive style, I do have a max hit of 8, which is even more huge. So taking a look at the damage calculations for this, my max hit being 8, my DPS is now 1.5. Average time to kill is down to 10.5 seconds, my accuracy is at over 90%, and the damage I take per wizard kill is down to 1.6, which is almost 2 entire wizard kills per 1 chicken. This is the single most impactful drop that I could have gotten from the demon, and I am so glad it isn't the last one. And it is the next morning. Let's take a look at how much quicker these kills go with the scimitar. As you can see, I am attacking a full tick faster now. This is how quickly I attack and how quickly I kill things with the scimitar. Now, just doing, for comparison, one with the axe, my max hit immediately goes down, and you'll also see that the rate of my attack is much slower. I'm pretty much trading one attack to one attack against the wizards, where the scimitar, I'm getting in a little over 1 attack per one of theirs. Altogether, this is a huge improvement getting this weapon. Obviously, I'm still sometimes getting hits. So it turns out I'm just bad at judging these things, and that's not actually true. Wizards attack at a 4-tick cycle, which means that rather than my 5-tick attack being slower than their 4-tick attack, now we're actually trading attacks 1-to-1. Just looking at this over the course of 1 kill, it's kinda hard to see, but those are the accurate numbers. Oh, and by the way, in the last video, I talked about how mind-blowing it was that the videos are getting thousands of views already with only 3 of them out there, and the channel already being over 500 subscribers. Now, only a week later, we're already pushing the 1,000 subscriber goal. So if you want to help me achieve and move past that milestone, make sure to check if you're subscribed, because after we leave this chunk sometime soon, things are only gonna get more wild. Okay, there we go. We have another quiz master, another chance to get an even better weapon. I would like a mystery box as my prize. Now, before I open this, let's go to a member's world, first and foremost. Now that I do have the steel scimitar, it's not that much of a priority anymore, because I already have a pretty good weapon. But still, let's give it a shot. And it's a cabbage again. I don't know if my microphone picked it up, it wasn't even in front of my face. What the heck? What is this? I'm gonna have to elk that. That's gonna double my cash stack, I believe. I'm only at 54 kills and I've gotten 2 rune mad helms. I'd have preferred one of the mithril options, but that's also cool, I suppose. Well then, I got my nature rune drop, and usually I wouldn't make a big deal out of casting a low-level alchemy. And I've actually kind of been considering maybe saving this thing until I can high alch it. The difference in gold would be pretty substantial given my current cash stack, obviously. But it's taking up inventory space. And even though it would be very poetic to do so, I'm gonna just low alch it. And it's still gonna feel real good to do so. 31 XP and 7,000 gold. And another steel scimitar as well. Oh my goodness. That is insanity. I got 2 now. That's neat, I guess. I'm gonna low alch one of them because I don't need to. This isn't RuneScape 3 where you can wield 2 steel scimitars. The kills are actually going so fast now that I entirely blew past 3,000 kills, and I figured, you know what? I'm so far past 3,000 now, I'll record a clip when I hit 4,000. Just to show you like, hey, we're making progress and we're doing a lot of these wizard kills. But then I also kind of went significantly past 4,000. We're at 4,145 right now. Add to that the 350 or so that I have killed on a different instance. 4,500 wizard kills, almost. And we still got a ways to go. What are we batting? 6,000? 8,000? Hell yeah, let's go. We've got another maze. This is the 3rd one in the account's lifetime, which I've gone dry for a maze for a little while now. So yeah, let's go ahead and see a maze. Apparently you can actually log in and out and kind of scum your way into being near a chest. Now that I'm at a fairly low percentage, I actually decided to check out the whole resetting through logging out and in ID, and it does seem to do that. When I log out and log back in, it just puts me back at the start of the maze and it regenerates the position of all these chests while also keeping me within the maze. So now I actually need to re-roll until I get a good chest placement for the last couple of percent. And there we have a pretty good chest placement. Oh, it just boots me out anyway. Never mind. I was down to like 10%, so it's not that big a deal. I seriously want to know why all these free-to-play people really love killing this lesser demon. Is it just because it's good free-to-play magic XP? Is that why? And it is, by definition, a safe spot, so it's probably better than doing it at Karamja, maybe? Look at how many people there are here! What's going on with this demon? Why are you people here? And this is a huge moment. We're going to be doing some more kills here in a moment, but before any of that, we bury some bones. We're 1 XP short. Hold on 1 second. Let's try that again. We bury some bones and we're prayer level 37. So if I go over to my prayer page, I now have protect from magic, which means these guys can't hurt me anymore at all. And it will drain my prayer pretty quickly. But if I am somewhat quick and clever with flicking this, I might legitimately be the first person in the universe to unironically use protect from magic against these wizards. But yeah, it's definitely now possible for me to kill these guys without any need for food whatsoever. Let's real quick explain what is happening here. This new prayer I unlocked means that I don't get any damage from magic attacks anymore whatsoever. Of course, a prayer being active will drain your prayer points. But there's a little quirk to that. Because prayer drain doesn't start until the 2nd game tick that a prayer is active. So if I turn on this prayer on the exact game tick that the damage from the wizard is calculated, and then immediately turn it off again before the next game tick, I am protected at no cost. Now, RuneScape damage is not calculated at this point, where you might imagine when you get hit. It's actually calculated when the animation for the attack starts. With certain exceptions, certain boss fights have attacks that actually calculate damage on impact. For most attacks in the game, if you see the animation starting, you're already too late to start protecting against it. So, you have to keep the timing in mind to turn on your prayer before the animation starts, and then when the animation starts, immediately turn it off again. With an accuracy of about 0.6 seconds, because that is the length of a game tick in RuneScape. Now, as you might imagine, over the thousands more kills that I need to do, I'm going to be messing up a little bit, so that prayer drain is still going to happen over time. It's going to be fairly slow compared to just keeping the prayer on, but unless I am tick perfect every single time for the next 50 odd hours, there's gonna be some prayer drain. Still though, this means that I don't get damaged, so I don't need to get food, so my wizard kills actually are speeding up even more. They also just became much more high intensity. No longer can I just click on a wizard and look away until it's dead and click on the next one. I need to actively be clicking this prayer on and off constantly. At some point, it's going to drain me from all my prayer, and I have no way within the chunk to restore my prayer. There's an altar downstairs, but it's actually an altar that doesn't restore prayer. So what do we do there? Well, there's one thing that I didn't want to do regarding HP restoration, and that is death abuse. If I die, my HP and my prayer get fully reset to being full. And actually at this point, my HP level is 50. It is just straight up faster for me to die, go back to Lumbridge, and run back to the Wizard's Tower than doing the whole chicken strategy that we've been doing up until now. But because the chicken strategy has been available to me, I've actually preferred doing that. Because it's a fun little, like, this chunk unique kind of deal, which there's a chicken down there, and we've actually straight up got logs here. I've pretty much got all the ingredients, and then with a little bit of help from an auto count, I can cook those chickens within this chunk. But if we're going to be talking about prayer usage, the only way for me to restore that is with dying. And technically, I don't have the Lumbridge chunk in which I respawn unlocked, or the chunk that connects these two chunks unlocked. So what I think a decent balance is I will allow myself to die to restore prayer, but I will only use prayer while flicking it. So I'm only going to be losing prayer points through just not quite being on top of it, which is gonna happen over the dozens and upon dozens of more hours that I need to stay here. Because I have killed 4,500, closer to 5,000 actually, wizards and about 1,000 chickens to get to this point. So I've earned this protect from magic and being able to use it, I would argue. Anyway, time to actually get these skills going. I'm gonna switch back over to Water Bolt and then Mystic Lore, and now we flick this one, which is a slightly different timing, which is kind of annoying. Another steel scimitar. That's the third steel scimitar that I've gotten. I said I wanted one, but when I said I wanted one, I wanted one. I want the mithril items now, please. I guess it's something for me to alch and get a bit of money, which is useless to me right now. So with this episode getting me protect from magic and a couple of chunk tasks, the end of this chunk is starting to get in sight. We only really need a handful more drops and a whole bunch of magic experience, so next video we're going to make a major push to get all of that done and leave our first chunk behind. But the first chunk being finished does not mean by any means that things are gonna get easier. But that is a story for another day.